Allez, c'est parti. Salut Twitch, salut YouTube. On se retrouve encore sur XVI, le jeu du non-fun. Il faut que j'avance sur ce jeu le plus vite possible. Je veux m'en débarrasser le plus vite possible et c'est pas gagné parce qu'il est un peu long. Un peu long pour ce qu'il est. Alors... Non, c'est toujours là qu'il faut aller. La dernière fois, qu'est-ce qu'on avait fait? On s'était battu... Oui, on était retourné à Rosalia. Pour se friter contre Hugo Kupka. Et on lui avait découpé les mains. Et on avait récupéré ses pouvoirs annexement. Et après, on avait fait des quêtes annexes passionnantes pour aider Mid, la fille de Sid, à se créer un atelier. Et là, l'oncle de Clive venait d'arriver au repère. Voilà.
Ah, my dear nephew.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they've... Which is why I came. To learn the full truth.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was. Aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you? 2,000? And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dalmekian fleet and recent reports, come here and I'll show you.
Allez, explique-moi la géopolitique, s'il te plaît.
It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly, her royal navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift, and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why home to Drake's Fang? A place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waloed friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waloeders.
The Waloeders.
Bet your way. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen. as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned. And where we're going.
Oui, vas-y.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Raconte ta vie, moi ça me permet de faire mon Duolingo, c'est très bien. Ah, mon dieu. Plus de cinématiques.
Otto, Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. All I'm after is Kupka's head. I won't risk any more than I have to. I promise.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's personal fiefdom. You have any trouble on the way, you ask for Rosina Dalamil. Some call her the Desert Hare.
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's, and only Sid's. All I know is the name, and that they used to meet at the Dalamil Inn. We've heard nothing from her since he died. But I'm thinking maybe the new Sid might be able to bring her back into the fold.
Thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
So, what about your uncle? I mean, he's welcome to stay, but...
Don't look so worried. He'll be coming with me.
Thank fuck for that.
C'est quoi son problème avec, avec
I'm
le
leaving you two
tonton
in
là?
charge.
You can count on us.
Alors, parler à Byron. J'adore, parlons à 45 personnes. Et c'est bien, ça me permet de faire mon Duolingo, moi je suis ravi.
All right, Uncle. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Il est motivé, hein, dis donc. Alors, c'est parti. Allons... Ah, on va faire le désert. Dessert. Non, le dessert, c'était il y a quelques minutes. Le désert de Velkiroge, une région désertique couvrant la partie ouest du territoire d'Almec. Eh ben super. C'est parti. Dans une zone d'exploration magnifique, j'en suis certain. Riche en couleurs et en fun. C'est un désert. Mais il y a des ruines au milieu quand même. Et c'est un désert.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Alors... L'énigme des sables. Il va y avoir une énigme dans ce jeu. Bon, merci, j'ai pu faire 3 leçons de Duolingo avec toutes ces cinématiques, c'est excellent. C'est énorme. J'ai aucune envie de faire ça.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands.
D'ailleurs, je repensais à un truc. Je crois que j'ai envie de reprendre Ramu en fait. J'aime pas spécialement les compétences de l'autre là. Oh merde. Oh merde, et puis je vais améliorer ça, tiens. Merde. J'en ai plus rien à foutre. Hein. Fais chier. Rien à foutre de ce jeu, voilà, je le dis. J'en ai plus rien à foutre. J'en ai plus rien à foutre. C'est toujours les mêmes monstres. Des scorpions. Mais cette fois ils sont jaunes. Ah d'accord, mais c'est vrai. C'est vrai que ça fait ça. Encore un monstre hein? Ouais. Ouais, tu l'as tué mon petit...
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way
Oh,
together,
j'appelle le chocobo.
accompanying your father on a
Suffit.
scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua
On
was
peut pas
born.
courir quand il parle l'autre.
You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Excellente histoire mon oncle. Vraiment. Je me régale. Je me régale de toute cette exploration dans un décor magnifique. Oh là, calme-toi le chocolat.
No need to ride from
Pas le
here.
droit de... Pas le droit de faire du chocobo dans cette zone. Bon allez, ça suffit les conneries là. Hein. C'est sympa 2 minutes de faire des combos mais... Et j'ai pas que ça à foutre. On va trouver des trucs ici ou est-ce que juste ça sert à rien comme tout le reste du jeu? J'ai comme l'impression que ça sert à rien. Hein, je sais pas où je me fais chier à explorer, y a rien. De toute façon même s'il y avait un truc, ça va être un vieux coffre tout moisi. Trois crocs de random merdouille. J'ai fait tout ça pour rien quoi.
I can't see a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our way!
Oh non, des araignées, mon dieu. Encore un monstre que je n'ai jamais vu avant. MDR. Il y a des gobelins ici, ah ouais, d'accord. Bon, l'exploration dans ce jeu. Hein. Pour ce que ça sert.
Time to fight.
Bah non. Time to fight, rien du tout mon gars. J'ai aucune envie, j'ai la flemme. J'ai la flemme.
You
Mais
deserve
par
a
contre, on va se
rest.
taper contre la salamandre. Ouais, hein, qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Qu'est-ce que tu vas faire? Rien du tout. Tu vas faire rien du tout, tu vas rester couché et tu vas pas me faire chier bien longtemps. C'est le break. Hein. C'est le break. Et ça dégage. Un monument étrange se trouve à proximité, mais on ne sait pas à quoi ça sert pour le moment. Voilà. Eh ben on est ravis, hein. Ça valait la peine d'explorer. C'est quoi voyage rapide. J'ai même pas envie de faire le chemin du retour tellement ça sert à rien. Tellement c'est de la pure merde.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
Ouais, hein, ben visuellement encore une fois, hein, c'est pas bien inspiré, hein. Faut pas se mentir. C'est pas bien inspiré. J'ai même pas envie de parler de la musique qui est juste un vieux cliché. Mais écoutez la musique du désert de Final Fantasy 13-3, Lightning Returns. C'est quand même autre chose que ça, quoi. Là, c'est d'une fainéantise, c'est terrifiant. Bon, voilà, j'y suis à votre part. Mais c'est pas là qu'il fallait... Ah! Il fallait passer par là, mais c'était qu'une étape, d'accord. C'est vrai qu'il était essentiel que je vienne ici. C'est... Il n'y a aucun PNJ qui en veut parler, il n'y a pas de coffre, il n'y a pas de marchand. C'est vrai qu'il fallait absolument que je passe par ici. Laisse tomber, quoi. Je vais le terminer ce jeu, hein, mais... C'est déprimant, voilà ce que c'est. Ça me déprime ce jeu. À 25 balles quoi, merci. Tu me combles, je suis comblé. Non, non, pas du tout. Oh non, une seule amende encore, non, je m'en fous, j'en ai déjà battu. Je m'en fous, frère. Laisse-moi me balader, ça sert à rien, mais je me balade quand même. J'aimerais voir s'il y a un coin intéressant dans cette zone, même si je sais déjà que non. Jusqu'à présent, ce jeu a refusé d'être intéressant à tellement de reprises. Et ça me fait vraiment mal de jouer à ce jeu, quoi. C'est juste chiant, quoi. Destination atteinte, oui, sauf que je me suis coincé derrière ça, donc pas du tout. Hein. Faut que je refasse un détour. Ouais, à d'autres. Hein. À d'autres. Hein.
There she is, the good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. quick drink before we press on?
Ouais, allons boire une limonade, tiens. Et manger d'une bonne grosse limonade.
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehair. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Oh là là. C'est vrai que vous êtes pas suspect avec vos capuches là en plein désert.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. And
Mais
maybe-
wesh, on va manger de la soupe de chocobo, c'est dégueulasse. Hein.
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Waouh, quelle magnifique assiette de charcuterie et de fromage. C'est beaucoup trop long. Pourquoi je passe 30 secondes à regarder cette meuf apporter un plateau de charcuterie? Ah, il y a Joshua, c'est ça? Il y a Joshua dans le coin, comme par hasard.
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Theon has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Oh là. Ah oui, on s'est fait griller là, mon gars. Hein.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey,
You!
On s'est fait griller en 3 secondes.
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Aïe aïe aïe. Et merci encore une fois FF16 de faire des cinématiques inintéressantes à
Travelers,
rallonge.
are you not?
Excellent pour
My
Duolingo.
companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
What the fuck?
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose.
Ok.
Stay back, Uncle.
Il y a de la soupe partout, hein, mon oncle. Hein. C'est quoi ce perso débile? J'en peux plus de ce jeu, quoi. C'est n'importe quoi. C'est n'importe quoi. On ne fait pas trop le malin, mon dieu, là. Voilà, ça a duré 30 secondes. Excellent, on adore. Allez, hein, back to Duolingo.
For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Mais c'est quoi ce perso? Qui est vraiment trop con.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine. Yeah.
Clive?
Ah, il a compris l'entourloupe. Il a mangé des carottes.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
C'est vrai qu'on a été discret.
All said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Fragrant herbs and spices.
Carpets.
Ah, un petit village.
What was all that crashing and banging about? Why is the tavern shut?
Another fight, is it? Some people
You couldn't melt butter in that.
Bon, comme d'hab, j'explore même s'il n'y a rien à trouver. Hein. Ne réglez pas votre... Ne réglez pas votre écran parce que ça rame. Ce n'est pas le stream qui rame, c'est le jeu qui rame. Ça me choque tout autant que tout le monde. Non plus... J'ai l'impression que le jeu soit plus difficile à afficher qu'un God of War ou un Horizon. Pourtant, ça ramouille. Oh, un coffre! Oh, super! Excellent!
Let me treat you. I need to drink.
Bonjour, que j'essaie de lire ça, en plus il saute comme un con. Et de Pampa, les compagnons des nuits torrides, d'une vigueur et endurance aux dames comme aux messieurs. Bon, ok, ça valait la peine de le lire. Un coffre! Waouh! 15 morceaux de minerai draconique, mais je suis... ravi, Thérèse, ravi. Oh oui! Et oui, car n'oubliez pas, il y a forcément des prostituées partout.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas.
Je pense que, genre, cette eau là, cette rivière, c'est le truc le plus coloré qu'on ait vu depuis le début du jeu. J'aime bien, elle est jolie. C'est le truc le plus coloré qu'on ait vu, voilà. Merci à la direction artistique. Ah, on est encore bloqué. Allez, Duolingo.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
Oui, alors c'est de ta faute, hein, déjà.
Perhaps the desert hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Interroger les habitants du hameau. Bonjour. Alors ton épée elle est nulle. Je le dis. Les accessoires ils sont nuls. Ça je m'en branle. Ah. Une partition qui coûte trop cher, voilà. Bisous. Ah oui, il me manquait. Échangeable contre des guilds.
Pleasure trading with you. Thank you
Voilà.
kindly. Fare you well.
Allez, bisous. Des trucs par là?
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Hop, coffre. Et c'est dommage, vous voyez, la musique du village, elle est mieux que la musique de la zone du désert d'exploration.
Good day, my lord.
Elle est moins cliché, quoi. Enfin, je sais pas. L'autre, elle est vraiment très très cliché.
Anything else I can
Ah,
take
c'est
off
pas
your
incroyable
hands?
non plus, hein, mais c'est toujours moins nul.
Sweet incense. What's wax candle?
Alors, explore.
Look, Father. Hot water.
How about a hot bath to soothe my...
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Oh là là. Oh la vache. Ouais, voilà ce que ça m'inspire. Hein. On va en voir par là.
Anything I can help you with, traveler?
Oui, est-ce que tu peux m'aider avec mon Duolingo?
My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneurs. If only we knew where to find them.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. You've been most helpful. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil, would you?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, thank you all the same.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. Do you know her?
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One
Wow.
more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mec, c'est le plus gros couillon depuis le début du jeu. C'est un énorme teuteux. De quoi tu parles? C'est juste un gros débilou.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil. A long-standing pillar of your community, I believe, from old trading stock.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. And he's in with all the old merchant families. Try the baths. That's where you'll usually find him.
Thank you kindly. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Qu'est-ce qu'on s'éclate?
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this further
Oh mon
knows.
dieu. Oui, je joue avec une seule main. Hein. Attention, hein. C'est du haut niveau.
Excuse me. Are you further?
J'ai pas besoin de deux mains pour
Can I help
ça. Hein.
travelers? I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the Desert Hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Alors, allons au bordel.
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think he...
Et là, c'est un piège. Waouh.
So you're the ones
Quelle
who've been
surprise.
sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business.
Oh mec, je t'éclataxe. Je vais t'éclataxe to the max. Ouais, hein. Pas facile tous les jours d'être un brigand. Tout le monde s'éclate à la queue leu leu. Boum. Ça dégage. Oh, le mec a volé.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furder?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Je préviens le jeu, j'ai presque terminé ma session du Duolingo. Passé ce moment-là, je vais speedrunner les dialogues, mais beaucoup plus vite. Hein. Ce passage commence à m'emmerder d'une force assez phénoménale.
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I
Ouais, bah
was.
toujours.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid II?
Wow, encore un personnage qui n'a pas été car designé.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through
Et
the
j'ai
south
terminé ma
gate.
session du Duolingo, donc ça va chier pour ta gueule le jeu.
Tell me, what do you think is a
Oh non, on
merchant's
peut pas
most
zapper les
important
dialogues.
commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I too have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
Une quête de merde. Fais une livraison. Va chercher un matériau sur un monstre.
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I
Oh, tu m'insupportes. Casse-toi.
Fine. So what
Un
do you
massage
want?
des pieds.
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age?
Oh, quelle pute.
But enough of the pleasantries.
Ah, ça y est, on peut zapper le dialogue.
I want you to put an end to the trouble.
Oui.
Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear
J'avoue.
about them, damn you.
Manners, Greybeard.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with... Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather...
All right.
Eh ouh, encore une quête de merde.
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
Encore une quête de merde.
Excuse me. Is it true there's been trouble with crystals of late?
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these... And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market, either.
Très bien. Du détournement de cristal, bah au moins... Au moins ça allait vite, hein.
Do you have a moment?
Oui, bonjour, c'est pour un sondage.
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other...
Well, we're a stone's throw from the soldiers guarding the mother crystal, and the shipments need a place to spend. The men of the rock throw their money about like there's no...
Is that so?
Take a sniff, good sir.
Needed
to a silken...
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
Oula. Oula, elle a
What can I do
bugué la
for you,
dame là.
soldier? Need that sword polishing.
I'm not a soldier.
Off with you. I serve the men of the rock and the men of the rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on.
Alors, moi j'aimerais juste dire, madame, que vous passez à côté d'un super deal quand même, parce que j'ai 131 436 balles en poche. Donc, j'ai de quoi me faire polir l'épée. Hein.
Anything of use?
Je vous remercie.
They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Fabrics!
Bon, il est où, tonton, là?
It's you, the one who broke all our
Où ça va, fais pas
furniture.
cette tête.
What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but
Il s'est encore attiré des ennuis.
Thank you.
Let me treat you.
Hein?
I'm pretty flush these days.
Éloigné du bon chemin.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy
Le
to
mec
part with.
a aucune notion de la valeur des choses.
To do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
C'est bête.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge.
Il est malin.
What did you
Le vieux.
discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
Why is the tavern shut?
Par où ça? Ah, il faut sortir par là. Allez, le fun.
Good girl.
Mais pourquoi c'est aussi grand alors qu'il n'y a rien? Qu'est-ce qu'ils nous veulent? Oh, c'est juste des soldats qui bougent là. Hein. Bouche l'accès. Bon allez, courons. Les zones elles sont juste bonnes à être rushées à d'autres chocobos pour aller au prochain event. Super quoi.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Allez quand même.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the
Oh, c'est gentil, vous m'avez tout dit.
And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are—
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both.
Allez, hein, au diable la discrétion.
It's not over yet, Uncle. I'm just getting warmed up.
Ouais, la caméra là, je sais pas ce que tu m'as fait, mais. Qui c'est qui fait du soin là? Il va se prendre une grosse bastos dans la gueule. Je t'ai vu, gros bâtard. Et tu vas mourir. Vous avez encore un pote qui soigne là. Allez, dégage. Oula, je vois ce que j'ai fait là. Non. C'est n'importe quoi. Non, mais ça suffit le pouvoir de Ramu là. Ça m'emmerde. Vos ennemis, super. Et vous en avez pas marre des nouveaux ennemis, hein? Pourquoi je me bats contre un poulet là? Hein, je vais te transformer en chicken McNuggets toi. Voilà, hop. Ça dégage.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting.
Oui, je m'en fous. S'il vous plaît, amenez-moi au prochain passage intéressant du jeu, là.
It occurs to me that I still don't know Clive. So, Sid II is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well,
C'est quoi la blague?
you held up your end of the bargain, so
Pourquoi c'est
I
drôle?
must do the same. Passage through the South Gate. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal, and those left behind have been
Thank you. And please, you still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much, Greybeard.
Double the... Ugh!
C'est vraiment un débile.
Here, wear this.
Tiens, mets ça, un turban. Ça ira bien. Ah, chouette, la branche du coin.
Any friend of mine who sees...
Thank you.
And please, feel free to send one of... Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is...
Oh, le petit beau.
Omia Lostelan. Tuisa Kelith.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe
Merci.
It's all
Allez, bisous. À la prochaine. C'est terminé, c'était exceptionnel. Merci, mon gars. Oh, chouette des quêtes annexes. Ravi. Pouvoir m'amuser encore plus.
Perhaps
I wouldn't put it.
Oh, wait, sorry. I'm Sava, Master Luba's soon-to-be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit. I don't suppose you have...
I'm afraid not.
Never mind.
Allez.
I could give you... I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been.
I'd be a fool.
So...
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit...
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lupor's puzzle. We need information.
Oui, allons parler à des PNJ à la con.
There's no point fumbling in the dark now. There's plenty of folk in Dalamil. There's the butcher. Of course, they're bound to have an opinion or two about the... Alright. I'll talk to every cook I can find.
Alright.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Waouh. Une mission impossible. Quelque chose me dit que ce sera pas aussi palpitant que les films. Hein.
Ask Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Yes, they're quite sought after.
Alors bonjour madame.
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes a...
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem. But sinew, give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block.
So a knife that stays...
Wow, vraiment une information capitale. Oui, j'ai besoin d'un couteau qui coupe. Super, merci. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'il a lui?
You all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need.
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes, but I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers.
Oh, il doit y avoir un
ways
bonbon
than
ou deux
one.
qui réchauffe l'eau, c'est ça?
Go to Doznov Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
Oui.
One, leave the market by the south gate.
Oh, t'inquiète, il y a des marqueurs de quête, ça va aller. Hein.
All that keep me from an ignoble end in it. My livelihood, my very
Allez, ta gueule, tu me saoules. Je fais ça pour les points de réputation là. Pas ça parce que ça m'intéresse.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Oh, on les voit à 10 km là, les bonbons. Par contre, c'est derrière la porte, donc on va peut-être résoudre l'autre quête d'abord et faire celle-là après. Bon. À qui d'autre on peut parler là, s'il vous plaît?
Needed to a silken softness. The most fragrant herbs and spices.
Quoi? On a quitté la zone? Ah oui, on a quitté la zone, merde. Peut-être que c'est à l'étage?
You're going to drink my... I need to drink.
Non, j'ai pas l'impression.
Fucking men of the wrong.
Derrière par ici, là, je crois. Il y a personne ici. Il y a personne, frère. Il est où ton artisan, là? Mais je vois personne, là. Il y a personne qui veut me parler, là. Personne veut me parler. Ah, c'est quoi ce délire là? Pourquoi y a personne qui veut me parler? Je vois pas où il est l'autre perso. Hein. L'autre PNJ à qui on est supposé parler, je vois pas où il est. Ah lui là? Putain.
What is it? Sorry.
J'ai pas vu.
I have a question.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending kindness.
Thank you.
All business, eh?
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a
Oui, hein.
Let's hope Sava had better luck.
Ça doit être solide et ça doit couper. Ah bah merci, vraiment. Heureusement que je vous ai demandé, les gars. Bon, je savais pas quoi faire de mon couteau. Hein.
So, you learn anything useful, or...?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
I didn't have... All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy, and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... That can't be right. But no. We must be...
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to... Trouble is, it's either meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentices know better than a merchant.
Oh non! Oh non, pas encore un aller-retour! Oh non! Et il va aller la voir dans le désert, il va se faire attaquer par des monstres, il va falloir que je tue les monstres pour qu'ils puissent revenir. Tu me veux du mal, le jeu.
Let's go.
Bon, ça va être l'heure de la pause infusion bientôt. Ah mais encore une session où il ne se passe rien, quoi. C'est terrible. Ah, le jeu essaie de m'achever, quoi.
You deserve a rest.
Bon.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill.
Unique to ash. Are there any materials unique to Dalamil? Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps...
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get it in hand. If you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace.
Bloody hell! I don't suppose you...
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacks.
Looks like I've got some learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask.
Ah, qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Tu veux que je te récupère les matériaux?
I can have sight.
You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are.
Ah bah il faut aller dans la même direction cette fois-ci. Bon, téléportation rapide, hein, parce que c'est pas tout ça, mais je m'en fous.
This is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets.
Take a sniff.
Bon, je préfère prévenir, ce soir je dépasse pas les 23h. Hein. Après, il faut que j'arrête de jouer pour m'endormir correctement et être prêt pour la rentrée des classes. Ou du coup on fait pas la pause maintenant et j'arrêterai à 23h, je prendrai mon infusion après. On fout.
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang.
Just as I then allow me. Drake's Fang is currently Salmeki and Walud are allies, and but no nation has ever before allowed a foreign.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you.
Ouais, bah j'ai l'habitude, hein.
Isn't there always?
Ça va aller.
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing.
Ah, entrer par les mines. Super.
I've lost one Sid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a...
Super, ça promet encore un donjon passionnant avec beaucoup de lumière.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
Récupérons du calcaire. Oh, la musique, elle est chill là.
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Southern needs.
C'est dommage, elle est jolie l'eau. Le plus joli du jeu, c'est la flotte. La flotte dans le désert. Allez, Chocobo, viens. On va aller péter la tronche au bombo là, ça va nous prendre 2 minutes.
What the hell are those things?
On fera un aller-retour en moins.
You deserve a rest. By the flames. That explains
Ah
the
merde, j'avais pas vu que j'avais ramené. Bon allez hein. C'est pas tout ça mais... Attaquons les bongos avec des attaques de feu, hein, on est d'accord. Oh non, ils m'ont attaqué par derrière. Non, ça suffit. Il est où l'autre? J'adore attaquer les bongos avec des attaques de feu. Encore! Ah, ils en ont rien à foutre les bongos. Allez. Bourrine. Un bonbon vaincu. Merci, au revoir.
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Rien d'autre à récupérer. Bon, alors. On se téléporte à la ville et on va valider toutes ces quêtes de merde.
This is no good.
I wasn't sure, but I hope this.
Tiens, du calcaire.
You are one of the good ones.
Mec, t'avais juste à te baisser pour le ramasser.
She's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for.
Ah là là, vraiment un jeu qui me régale.
A knife forged from the...
It's a fine-looking blade. That sounds like my cue.
Si seulement ce jeu n'avait duré que 20 heures,
I'm sorry, Forge Master Luke.
Let's take a look then.
on l'aurait déjà terminé.
First things first, Sava, do you think this is a... What do I... It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use.
And it's heavy. Heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick. Next question. How much do you think I would charge if I'd made this?
Well, if I would say...
And who would be able to pay that? The butcher? The hunter? Dalamilla's home to humble traders, not rule number one in any business, Sava.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an...
I will.
Non mais franchement mec, du calcaire ça coûte rien et si ça se trouve à 50 mètres de la sortie du village, vous foutez de ma gueule quoi.
If you... I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough. For the cook, light. And for the nobleman,
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations.
C'est juste un connard, non?
So much for the Forge Master's riddle, the spirit
Ouais, je m'en
of
fous,
Dalaman.
allez ta gueule. Donne-moi mes points. La réponse à ta question c'était non, on peut pas faire les trois, et oui, l'autre c'est un connard. Il fait bah lol, moi j'en aurais fait 3 différents en fait, j'en aurais pas fait qu'un seul, voilà, tu es un énorme débile, j'en ai marre. Bon, allons valider l'autre quête.
Plates and pots! There he is. And basins. I was hoping the baths grow more bearable by the moment.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flesh. But I burdened you with my worries enough.
Allez, donne-moi ma récompense que je me casse, de toute façon ça va être nul.
Right. It's high time.
J'ai tout terminé, voilà, bisous. Ah, par contre je gagne un niveau là. Gain de niveau. Niveau 33. Incroyable. Ah, réduit le délai de réutilisation de la compétence champ enflammé de 2,2 secondes, mais elle est déjà hyper rapide. Et du scarlatium, ça par contre je pense que ça va être utile. Est-ce qu'on n'irait pas juste, avant de continuer, jeter un coup d'œil au repère, voir si je peux pas forger un truc rapidos. Du courrier est arrivé dans la boîte aux lettres. Oh non, il y a des nouvelles quêtes de chasse. Est-ce que je peux forger Ah, l'armille. Voilà, il me manquait le scarlatium, c'est ça. Allez. Oui, merci, c'est formidable. Voilà, j'avais raison. La boîte aux lettres, on va céder. Je déteste lui. Ah oui. Mais il faut que j'ai confiance parce que vraiment moi je suis un big boss. Un mec qui porte des couches culottes là. Qu'est-ce qui m'emmerde?
Sid's going to find Cooker and finish them. The little uns have been up to their old tricks again.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il nous dit là? Bon alors toi, j'en ai rien à foutre, je vais juste te parler pour enlever les pastilles jaunes parce que je suis un névrosé. Mais j'en ai rien à foutre. Merci, au revoir. Bon, le Mog, qu'est-ce qu'on a comme quête de chasse là? Alors, désert, dans le désert, très bien. Un immense rocher noir. Dans le désert de Velkiroge. Mais c'est grand le désert de Velkiroge, les gars. Un peu grand. Bon, et là, j'imagine que j'ai pas les points qu'il faut. 410, c'est énorme.
All done? Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your
On n'a
eye?
aucune quête. Merci, au revoir. Mais c'est le désert de Velkiroche. Court. Bon. Essayons de trouver cette cible. Il nous reste un quart d'heure de stream. Je ne pense pas que nous aurons le temps de commencer ce donjon. Enfin, une pure session de merde. Une pure session de merde. Oh là là. Déjà que c'est ultra fun à jouer, j'imagine même pas à regarder quoi. Tu t'endors devant un truc pareil. Mais j'avoue, les indications, elles étaient pas super là. Hein. Genre, c'est un rocher. Oui, mais encore. Vous avez pas plus précis pour trouver un monstre dans un désert, c'est un rocher. Un peu embêté par cette description. On ne voit pas de rocher particulièrement suspect à l'horizon. Je t'ai pas allé par ici. Ouais, mais on se demande pourquoi. Hein. Bon. Ah, est-ce que ce serait pas ce truc là? Ça c'est clairement suspect. C'est juste une tortue. C'est une tortue! Quelle surprise! Un reskin d'un ennemi qu'on a déjà affronté. Oh là là, le color swap il est bleu, incroyable!
Well, Clive, looks like you're gonna need a bigger sword.
Tire d'eau. Hey. Pourquoi je panier? Bah, pourquoi elles s'arrêtent les attaques? C'est quoi ce délire? Pourquoi les attaques elles se sont arrêtées en plein milieu de leur animation? Oh. Je trouve chelou les animations qui sont arrêtées en plein milieu là. Hein. Ah, c'est parce que genre il se percute contre la carapace du truc. C'est stupide, c'est tellement stupide. C'est tellement stupide. Allez, dégouille-moi cette merde là. Ah bah oui, bravo Clive. Bravo, excellent. On s'éclate, on s'éclate. Oh. Allez dégage. Cible d'élite vaincue. Élite mon cul, ouais. Allez dégage. Scarlatium, ça c'est fait. Ouais, il aurait dû rester à la maison. Bon. Téléportons-nous ici. J'ai plus beaucoup de temps. J'aimerais atteindre les mines.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Allez, Chocobo. On aille rejoindre les mines rapido presto là. Rapido presto. Oui, pardon, j'étais en train de jouer à une main, je fonce dans le décor, bravo. Faire du gaming de malade. Du skill de ouf. Ah, génial, une potion. Là c'est bouché. Il y a un coffre ou pas? Non, il y a juste des connards. Très bien. Oui, alors, c'est par où? C'est par où la suite? Monolithe, la mâchoire du géant activée. Dans une nouvelle zone, c'est les mines, qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Drake's Fang.
Waouh, c'est magnifique. C'est une montagne. C'est un cratère.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert, you'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just
Ça, et
like
puis il me
him,
reste 2
you
minutes
know.
avant d'aller me coucher.
Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew.
Si on n'était pas de la même famille, je t'aurais chopé. Hein.
Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck.
Comment ça, tu me laisses tout
in my
seul?
Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Putain, mais il m'abandonne, quoi.
Till then. Go safely.
Le meilleur perso du jeu, quoi.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next
T'as pas
we
intérêt à me
meet.
trahir, toi. Hein. Sinon, je vais être très très déçu.
You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Ah, ça y est, c'est officiellement la fin de la zone. D'accord. Donc la prochaine fois, ce sera le donjon. Bah très bien, bah, on va s'arrêter pile à cet endroit-là parce que j'ai pas le temps. Voilà. J'ai pas le temps et je peux pas sauvegarder sur cet écran. Super, merci. Obligé de retourner ici. Hop, allez. On sauvegarde. Voilà, 23 h, nickel. Bon, bah, je vous remercie d'être venu pour cette session. C'était relativement peu passionnant, j'en suis navré. La prochaine fois, cette fois-ci, c'est la bonne. On fait le nouveau donjon et je pense qu'on se battra contre Titan à la fin, donc en fin de l'action. Allez, je vous souhaite une bonne fin de soirée, une bonne nuit à tous et à la prochaine.